Hi, my name is Sara from Spiritus Team 13, and you're watching Witness Wednesday. When I was younger, I used to think that forgiveness was something you just did once and then went on with your life like nothing had ever happened. But it wasn't until I came to a point in my life where I had to forgive someone who had hurt me very deeply that I started to understand just how nuanced forgiveness in the Christian life really is. The first relationship I ever had was in my third year of college. It was based on a solid friendship, based in the faith. We were just very comfortable around each other, very emotionally close. I felt comfortable talking to him about what was going on in my life at the time. But a couple of months after we started dating, something changed in him. Out of the blue, he started ignoring me. He started treating me like he didn't care about me anymore, and eventually broke up with me with almost no explanation. And I was completely devastated. I was so hurt, and I felt so betrayed and angry. But in the midst of this hurt and this grief I was going through, I had a really close relationship with the Lord, which was the one thing that pulled me through. Now, every time I went to Mass and we would say the Our Father, we got to the part that says, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." I felt like such a hypocrite because I was deliberately choosing not to forgive this person who had hurt me. It felt like because he had taken so much away from me, I could take something away from him by holding on to this bitterness when in reality, all I was doing was just hurting myself even more. I remember during Holy Week that year, as I heard the gospel proclaimed in the crucifixion, as Jesus is being nailed to the cross, and he says, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Those words pierced my heart like a sword. And in that moment, I realized the Lord loves him just as much as he loves me. And he has forgiven me for all of the ways that I have sinned against God, just as he has forgiven him. And if I really want to be a follower of Christ, if I'm going to practice what I tell everybody I believe, I have to learn how to forgive him. But I was still so hurt. I had no idea how I was going to do that. So I said to Jesus, "Lord, I don't know how to do this, but I know that you know how to do this. So please help me forgive him." And over the next few months, as I constantly repeated that prayer, I came to realize that the power to forgive was not coming from me. It was coming from our blessed Lord, because he has such a greater capacity to forgive than we do. Now, wherever you are with the concept of forgiveness, especially if you're really struggling to forgive someone who's hurt you, I encourage you to just start with a desire. Just tell the Lord, "I don't know how to do this, but you know how to do this. So help me learn to forgive." And he will lead you through everything else.